Welcome to Kitchen Music, where fine musicians share their favourite dishes and sing for their supper.
Hello, I'm Mike Katz from Battlefield Band, and welcome to the kitchen here at Temple Records in Midlothian in Scotland. I'm going to make a couple of simple things for you today using fine Scottish fish. I have no recipes. My mother taught me to make two things. One was guacamole and the other one was chili con carne, and neither of them had any quantities in them. So I'll quickly tell you the ingredients here before you. I have these baby squid here, some parsley, some skate wings, lemon and lime. These are some capers which have been soaked in water to make them a bit less salty. Some white wine vinegar, salt and pepper, and I think that's everything just now. So the first thing is we're going to go clean the squid. These are the squid. Alright. That's a squid. Right, so these are the squid. Some people are kind of reticent about cleaning them, but it's dead easy and they're very interesting animals and they taste great, so everybody's happy. The big portion is the head, these are the tentacles, and you can see the eyes. All you want to do is put the knife between the eyes and tentacles, give that a slice like that. If you squeeze that, that's the beak, which actually is a beak. Throw that away, keep the tentacles. Use the back of the knife and pull all the insides out. It comes out, throw that away, and then this piece of plastic in here is a quill, exactly like a quill from a bird's feather, and that's where all the ink is, and it makes a really great sauce. Used a lot in Italian food and in Basque cooking. So just get your fingers in there and just take out all the stuff that's inside as much as you can. And then if you want, you can take off the fins. Most people don't like the fins. And all this mucus on the outside, just kind of scrape that off. Right, okay, that's the squid pretty much cleaned. You're going to slice them up into rings. So these are quite small squid, they're pretty tender, so you don't have to make them too small. If they're a bigger squid, the better if you make them quite small. So I'm just going to slice the hoods like that. The tentacles, you can leave them as they are, or maybe put them in half if you want, like that. Then the next thing, if you're going to fry these things, it's important that you dry them off first before you put flour on them. So you shall give them a quick rinse. So lots of kitchen roll or towels if you prefer. Just put it in there, spread it around and dry it off. Right, that's the squid clean, so at this point I think it's a good idea to have a wee gin and tonic, so I'll just get the accoutrements for that. This is the way I like to make gin and tonic. I have lemon and lime. You just take off the skin of each piece of fruit, not the juice, because the juice makes the tonic flat. Get the oil, citrus oil, onto the glass. The best gin and tonics I've ever had were in Bilbao in a pub called Scala. So this is more or less the way these guys make them. Plenty of ice. And good quality gin. And nice small quantities of tonic are good, because these big bottles, once you open them, they go flat, and there's nothing worse than a flat gin and tonic. One tin will do a family of 6. So give it a wee stir if you wish, and see what your boys make of that. Cheers! Okay, this is just some flour. You can put in some black pepper in this. This is for
salt.
That's salt. You can put salt in as well, actually. Anyway, I'll put some more salt in. You can also put in cayenne pepper or anything else that you wish. Don't be shy, because most of it's going to come off in the fat. And for frying, this is handy, sunflower oil, that should be fine. This has to be very hot, so this is going to take a couple of minutes. In restaurants, these things are normally deep fried. I actually got 2 deep fat fryers for my wedding, and I've never used either of them. Some people probably get married 3 or 4 times and have houses full of them. So, while we're waiting for the oil to heat up, we just take the squid, just give it a dusting of flour. You can also use egg and like a more kind of batter type of thing with this if you wish, but I never really bothered. The quality of the squid is enough to leave it as it is. How's the gin?
Not bad, not bad.
And remember to be careful with this hot fat, it's dangerous. Don't put any body parts or burn your house down, it's easily done. Put in the squid. But you don't want to put in too much squid, otherwise the temperature drops in the oil. And remember the fat's very hot, so be careful. And it takes almost no time. That should do it, I think. If it's bigger squid, bigger rings, then it takes a wee bit longer. But yeah, you don't want to overcook squid or octopus or any of these things because they get tough. So that's basically it. And you can put a wee bit of lemon on that, which is left over from the gin and tonic, and a bit of salt and pepper if you want. There you go. In fact, that's excellent.
It's a good gin and tonic as well.
That's, thank you very much. Doesn't get much better than that. Gin and tonics and calamari. Just says Scotland to me.
Thank you. It's actually really tender as well, because sometimes squid can be a bit
Do
rubbery.
some gin. Okay, we're back again for the next wee bit. We're going to make some skate, some poached skate here. This is the skate, which is a cartilaginous fish related to the shark. A fine piece of fish from Musselburgh. There's great fishing around here in Musselburgh and Port Seton, East Lothian, all around the Firth of Forth and beyond. So the big problem I can never remember with skate is which is the meatier side. So it's one of these two sides. The first thing I'm going to do is take this big pan and put them in like this, which I think is the right way up. So there you go, 3 wings. Nice wee lunch for myself and the cameraman. The next thing is just a wee bit of white wine vinegar. So you're basically seasoning this first before you poach it. Some salt and a wee bit of black pepper. So you just season this a bit, cover the fish with water. So that should do pretty much. Put it on to the heat. Bring that up to a gentle boil and then reduce the heat so it's just simmering for 10 or 15 minutes. So while we're doing that, I think we'll maybe grab a wee bottle of one I prepared earlier, which is a nice wee bottle of white Bordeaux wine. Generally Sauvignon Blanc Semillon blend, which is ideal for poached skate. And to get back to the poaching aspect of this dish, it's quite a delicate fish, so the poaching involves pouring cold water onto the fish and letting the heat come up, and then once it boils you reduce the heat so it's just a simmer. That's the way that the skate is cooked in this dish. It's kind of a gentle cooking, and then we finish it off with a bit of hot butter. So there you go. Cheers. That's it coming to a boil, so I've just reduced the heat, and that should be about 10 minutes, maybe more. You can tell when it's been 10 minutes by you're on your 3rd glass of wine. Cheers. Okay, that's the skate. I think it's poached now, it's ready to go. So the next step is we're going to drain it. Get most of the water out. I've got a plate over here that's been in the oven. So what I need to do is take it out so that it's, oh, see, that's slippery, customer. Oh. And arrange it nicely on the plate or thereabouts. I'm just going to grab some lemon juice here and put that on the fish. And if you want to be really posh, you can try to get rid of the lemon seeds. Just put them on the floor. It's not my house. Right. Okay, I'm just going to finish off this skate with a glass of wine. Just this blackened butter, one for the cameraman. Just throw in the butter. Right, that's the butter nearly melted. Parsley, capers. And these are capers I've been soaking in water to make them less salty. And why not? Another swig of wine. The way I know the butter is done is, I don't really, I just kind of guess. So, it smells really good to me, and you can't go wrong as long as it's good stuff. So, just try to put that over, put it around the fish so it looks good. Maybe cook it longer than that, I suppose. So there you go, Ewan, there's a bit of skate for you.
Fantastic, and how have you cooked it here?
Well, I just poached the skate lightly, and then I've cooked up some butter with some capers and some parsley.
Just a joke. Can't wait to get stuck into it.
Alright, well, there we go.